Welcome in for this Spring Equinox activation. If you are new here, my name is Shiloh Dawn. Welcome. I hope you stay a while here with me. I want to invite you into liking and subscribing to my channel. I'm going to be bringing you not only the Spring Equinox activation, but every single Thursday, I'm going to be leading a meditation, activation, spiritual teachings, and also some really fun vlogs about to go down on a humanitarian effort, going to some sacred sites this year. And so you'll want to stick around as this is going to be a channel that's here that is real, raw, authentic, and also hopefully you can learn along the way with me because I'm very much still learning alongside all of you in this human journey. I like to say there is no hierarchy here. I am here to co-create with you alongside you. And so anyone that is here witnessing, watching, experiencing this activation, you are in this co-creation experience here with me. Now, we are at a pinnacle time right now in humanity. We had just had a really powerful Pisces new moon yesterday, and tomorrow, most likely when you're going to be watching this, we have the spring equinox. Now, this is a time that our ancient ancestors in many ancient civilizations really knew to be present with, to celebrate, to be in the cycles of. Now, the true new year does start at the spring equinox. And so, whether you're watching this on the spring equinox or after, it doesn't matter. You're in this reset cycle. And so, this is a time for you to really tune into what are you ready to step into? What seeds are you planting so that you can continue to water your garden and eventually reap what you sow, right? We quite literally are what we are in devotion to, right? Everything that we show up for and everything that we inform our being with, right? In information is just informing your form. We take that on, we become that. And so, what version of you are you becoming? What version of you is your soul calling you into being? That is what we're here to do. And this channel is really here to be a movement for you to remember who you are. I desire to be the most authentic version of myself in the deepest level of self-discovery so that I can be a pillar and a mirror for you to remember who you are as well, because this is the most important thing. There's so much distortion out there, and it is more important than ever that you remember how to discern and how to be in a sovereign field. Because when you are sovereign and you are in your what I like to call unfuckwithable energy, then nothing outside of you can manipulate you. And there's a lot of manipulation going on. And so just know that this space here is for you to remember who you are, to come into discernment and be in your own sovereign field. Now, as we step into this spring equinox, it is 2026, y'all. Shit is getting real. And I say that with laughter because I trust so deeply whatever is unfolding is happening for us. Whatever is going on in our external experience is just a reflection of our own internal collective consciousness. And it's a little shadowy in there right now. And it's great that we're all looking at it. In fact, it's actually so incredibly important that we are looking at it and feeling to the depths of what we are meant to be feeling at this time. And on top of that, your feelings, your emotions can be manipulated. There are some of us, I have been there, that also get stuck in the suffering. And there must also come a time where we have done the work. If you are here, I know that you have been literally in the battlefield. You've been in the trenches, and I've been in the trenches with you. And there must come a time where we say, I'm going to be courageous enough to be standing in the middle of a war zone and say, I choose peace. I'm putting my suffering down and I choose peace. I remember that I am whole. I remember who I am and that I am quite literally consciousness, infinity, experiencing itself, came here to remember that I am a conscious creator. And this is what you are remembering, that you have infinite power and potentiality, and that creation is desiring for you to remember who you are so creation can create through you and be expressed through you in your most authentic expression. That is magnetic. And so, whether you're here to go along on your spiritual journey, whether you are here to come into a deeper sense of wholeness because you are in the business field, coaching, maybe you're running retreat spaces, whatever that, wherever you currently are right now, or maybe you're at home and it's late at night and you're a mother and you just put your children to bed and you're curious what this is. Just know that this is here for you if you found your way here. I pray that this, if this is anything for you, this is an initiation into your truest, purest, wholest, and holiest self. And so we're going to go in and dive into a meditation. This is going to be a spring equinox activation. And before we dive into it, I want to show you something really cool. I'm not sponsored by these glasses, you guys, but I'm wearing these glasses. I feel kind of like funny wearing like colored glasses on here, but it's late at night. And I've been really like promising myself, made a self-love promise that I was going to really tend and take care of my nervous system. And there's a lot of intense energy out there. And so it's late at night, there's blue light. I wanted to make sure that I was filming this for all of you so that you had it in the morning. And I want to make sure I'm not messing up my circadian rhythm before I go to sleep. So check these out. Again, I'm not sponsored, but these are just so cool. They're raw optics. It was an investment for sure, but well worth it. Look at this case. This is like a leather. Look at this. This is leather, has the Eye of Horus, and inside it's like engraved in gold and says, "You are the light of the world." And so these glasses here are helping me just keep my circadian rhythm um, in the way that it's meant to be, just in a coherent field. And something that I will say about coherence before we dive in is that what I desire this space to be more than anything is to be a movement. I work with a spiritual mentor. His name's Mitch. He's amazing. And he was a rocket scientist. And then, after he was a rocket scientist, he became a monk and lived in an ashram for 20 years. And so his understanding of rocket science and physics, and then being a monk, chanting, working with very ancient technologies, and so human technologies and ancient technologies. What he has stated to me is that it actually only takes 1% of humanity to come into a coherent field before we just, everything flips. The switches flip on, which is what I believe is happening right now, right? There is a prophecy, many prophecies that have been really in place. Like we even look back to 2012, right with the Mayans, which if you've been on your spiritual journey for a while, like I have, 2012, I was like, we are ascending this bitch. That's literally where I was at. I met the Pleiadians in 2010, and from there just went on a really intense journey for 2 years leading up to 2012. And I really truly believe that 2012 was this tipping point. And since then, time has been speeding up and more of us are awakening. And this is a physical ascension process. And when I say ascension, I don't mean leaving the body. This is the evolution of human consciousness. This is evolution, ascension in the body. We we have not even tapped into the slightest. We've literally peeled back one layer of how powerful our human form is. You know, everyone's obsessed with AI right now. I'm staying away from it, which is why I'm here. I see all these meditations that are on YouTube right now that are literally scripts You will never find that here. I have no script up anywhere. This is me, myself, God, and my channel. I'm literally sitting with you, just raw, real, and authentic. And I believe that this is so important for us to stay in this field of creation because whatever external technologies that we're tapping into, it's distortion. This, our physical form, our subtle bodies, our energetics, this is ancient technology informed by sacred geometry, which is one of the oldest technologies, most ancient, right? If you go back into the mystery schools and Greek mythology, you look at Plato, and quite literally on his mystery school, as you walked in the door, it stated, if you know nothing about geometry, you may not enter. Meaning, if you don't understand the foundations and the basics of energetic building blocks, which sacred geometry is the sacred encoding, it is the energetic architecture that makes up the fabric of everything in our universe, in the seen and the unseen realms. So the space in between us right now is encoded with a geometric field of information that is vibrating, which is a frequency of sound that we can't quite hear, but sometimes you hear it. I know you do. Sometimes you get a little ringing in your ear, right? You're tapping into the field and you're like, oh, I got this ringing in my ear. That's what that is. That's what that is. And your form is made up of sacred geometry as well. I'm kind of going off a little bit on the deep end here right now, but I'm going to bring sacred geometry in here. So let's get to the activation. Maybe I'll do an entire masterclass on here and or just more meditations channeled with sacred geometry. If you want to see more of that, you want to learn more about sacred geometry, comment down, let me know. Send me a DM. I'm happy to, yeah, let me know what you're looking for and I can provide. I'll channel it through. So let's dive into the meditation. This is going to be an activation. Usually these are about 20 minutes. So I'm going to invite you into just taking a moment, getting quiet, dropping into the space. I'm going to light a candle here for us to help us hold the energy here. I'm going to light a little bit of Palo Santo just to clear the space a little. And to just give gratitude to our ancient ancestors for being here with us. Gratitude to the elements, the elemental of fire, which we are about to go into fire season, right? We're about to go into Aries season, and we're also in the year of the fire horse. So calling in this energy, fire is here to alchemize. In fact, fire is actually the only element that cannot be polluted because fire burns away. It is the remembrance of our alchemy. And so we'll just take a moment here, and as you're closing your eyes and dropping into your heart space, and when I say your heart space, just dropping into your heart, finding your center, breathing into your body, taking a deep breath in and releasing. Taking a moment here and really finding presence, giving yourself the gift to be here now. Breathing into your body, expanding your field, getting quiet, just noticing what you're feeling. What are you sensing? Where are your thoughts bringing you? Are you actually present? Just noticing where you're at. And we're going to set a field here. We're going to call in the ascended masters, archangels, your galactic family of light. all of those benevolent beings that are here to serve your highest good and the highest good of all. And we call in any healed ancient ancestors that are here to support from the earth and from the stars. And you can start to feel their support, their loving embrace. And we start to awaken this ancient remembrance within us. When I say the words, remember who you are, what does that mean for you right now in this moment? Is it something that you just say? Or does it awaken something deep within your bones? There is an ancient remembrance within you. Light codes and seeds that you planted long, long ago. And you have found your way here out of pure alignment because those codes are ready to be known. And those seeds, they are blooming. They are coming to life. And there are messages and gifts awaiting for you. This is the doorway that we are opening together here today. The invitation is starting to follow the breath all the way down to the base of your spine. And as you connect to the base of your spine, you're going to feel, sense, or imagine that your grounding cord is released. And it goes all the way down through all of the layers of the earth. This grounding cord can be energetic. It can be pure light. Or maybe it physically looks like a root system, intricate by design. And as it goes down through all of the layers of the earth, it reaches the center core, Gaia's heart chakra. There is an innate intelligence that knows what to do, and it starts to weave with her. It plugs into her, and there is an inner light that turns on. A field of coherence that was maybe not quite felt or known before. Yet, it is so familiar. Allow her to awaken this ancient truth within you. Feel her sacred knowledge, her ancient wisdom, the many lifetimes that you have walked on her, with her. Even feeling the many lifetimes where your body lay to rest on her, decomposing and becoming her once again. The remembrance of unity, the illusion of death. Can you remember the infinite, unified field where there is so much information, knowledge, and encoding for you to unlock within this space. So, taking a moment and being with the earth, what does she have to share with you? Feel her. Remember that you are not separate. And you can start to feel her bring you deeper within her. In this golden sphere that is her center, you feel yourself drop even deeper. You find yourself in a sacred womb space, in the womb of your great mother. Allow yourself to have awareness as you breathe and surrender. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. Just as a baby is formed in its mother's womb, this is where you find yourself now. And you're going to start to breathe your awareness. Well, there is a part of you still here in the womb. Breathing your awareness back up into the body, feeling yourself starting to come back in, starting at the root, reminding your body that you are safe, up into the sacral, tuning to your creative center, remembering that you are creation itself, up into the solar plexus, stating, I am powerful. Feel it. Up into your heart chakra, allowing your heart to open, 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 and soften. Breathing into your throat, allowing your throat to open. It is safe to speak your truth. It is safe to speak your creations out to the divine. Up into the top of your crown, or sorry, up into the third eye, allowing the third eye to open, 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 see beyond the veil. And up into the crown. And as you reach the crown opens. And we pull in pure source white light energy from up above, cleansing, clearing, and activating the field. Feeling yourself fully connected from up above, as so from down below, 360 degrees around you, landing in your heart. As you land in your heart, a doorway opens. This doorway is a gateway. It's a stargate. And the stargate leads to a temple so sacred, so ancient, that only you know the way. And feeling this light calling you in, and you follow it, and you trust it, because something within you remembers. And as you land on the other side, an ancient sacred temple, you find yourself in the center of this temple. And here you are. You look around, and all of your guides are here. your ancient ancestors from the stars and the earth, your galactic council of light, ascended masters, and past loved ones are here in this space with you. Your higher self walks forward. Your higher self is the highest aspect of yourself before you become one with creation again. Feel yourself intertwining with light through each of the chakras. A remembrance takes place. Once you see, once you feel your higher self, you can never unsee. You can never unfeel. This will activate a power within you, creating an unshakable remembrance of sovereignty and divinity that breathes through you. Allow your higher self to illuminate another level of your power, of your truth. Breathe here with them. And maybe they have a message for you. Allow yourself to receive. Here at the equinox, we are equal parts day and equal parts night, equal parts light and equal parts dark. As you look at your higher self, as you feel your higher self, can you remember what this spring equinox is here to mirror back to you? Wholeness, balance, oneness, and new energy, new light, and ancient codes. Your higher self is going to guide you over to a sacred fire in the center of this temple. This sacred fire is representing stepping into Aries season. And you can feel a beautiful oasis of water behind you. And this water behind you is representing the Pisces season that we are stepping out of. But taking a look behind you and honoring, giving thanks to the water, just as you honor and give thanks to the past you, your past decisions, your past experiences. They do not define you. They have built you into who you are today. And now, as you turn and look into the fire, this fire is representing this new energy, the year of the fire horse. It's fast alchemy. And there's an importance of being in devotion and tending to your fire, tending to your inner sacred flame. I want you to weave with this fire. You can feel your body moving, swaying, weaving. There's going to be these golden strands that start to come up through the fire as it dances and it weaves with your field. and it illuminates more of who you are, and it ignites that sacred flame within you. This sacred flame that is your internal, eternal light, the passion, the fuel that ignites the why. You have a big mission here. I know you can feel it. Are you ready to embody who you know that you've come here to be? As you feel these light strands coming up and weaving through you, igniting, activating that internal place, that sacred flame, those ancient codes that are embedded in your DNA, embedded in your bones, that are being lit up in your cells. Can you feel it? Rumia siatatahia, rumia rusia tatahia, ramia rahia rasia tatahia, rumia rosia tatahia, ramia rahia rusia tata, rahia rosia tatahia, rosia tatahia, rumiaro, rasia tatahia, rasia tatahia, rasia tatahia. Deep breath in and release. Feeling yourself in the fire, becoming the fire, burning down to sacred ash, the purest level of alchemy. Everything that is not in alignment with who you are, with who you're becoming, with where you're going, burns away. It purifies. And you remember that you are the alchemist. And as you connect to your breath, breathing that ancient life, breathing that breath, breathing into the being, you start to feel yourself awakening, reforming, and rising from the ashes like the phoenix that you came here to be. And as you feel yourself starting to embody the archetype of the phoenix, feeling your wings open, feeling yourself flying around in this sacred temple, as the roof opens, there are no bounds. There are no limitations. You are free. You are liberated. And you are the divine, awakening to the power of creation that is within you. And so feeling as you are free, as you are flying, you feel yourself starting to come back down and land once again in front of your higher self. And as you land here, you start to take form. The wings start to shapeshift back into your arms and your hands. Yes, you are a multi-dimensional being. Connecting once again with your higher self, heart to heart, third eye to third eye. Feeling once again these infinite strands weaving through the two of you, activating dormant parts of your DNA, activating your light body, embedding these codes in the subtle form so that when you are ready to receive the messages, the insights, the integration, the healing, the embodiment, the activation, the initiation, you are ready for it. We are tending to your field, expanding your bandwidth to hold more, while setting the intention that your nervous system stay regulated. Your heart opens up to a coherent field of love, unconditional love. Taking a moment and breathing into that feeling and allowing peace to ripple through your form. You can start to feel every cell, every molecule lighting up within your being. Your higher self leaves you with one more message, whether a word, an affirmation, a seed, maybe a first step on how to water that seed. And they dip their finger into the water, those Piscean waters, and they bless it as holy water and mark your forehead and your heart, activating a field of coherence between the heart and brain coherence, which is opening up higher levels of neural pathways, firing and wiring new synapses in the brain, lighting up new neural networks. This was an initiation into your most authentic, powerful, real, raw, highest potentiality form. So we're setting the intention that this integration will continue. And we give gratitude to all of your guides for being here, the Ascended Masters, Archangels, our star family, our healed ancient ancestors from the earth, all of the plant allies, the elementals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of our hearts, we send blessings upon blessings back into these fields, being in right relationship. And you find your way, you start to go back through that doorway. Your higher self just gives you a loving nudge to come back fully into form. And as you do, breathing all of that energy in, all of that light just moving through your system, lighting up internally. You will be innately shifted in form from this moment on. You can never go back to the version of you that played small, that hid, that forgot who they were and are. From here on forward, you remember in every moment who you are, your truth, your power, your light. There is an unshakable remembrance grounding you into this moment in time. I pray that you continue to co-create with the divine itself, to remember that you are just divinity experiencing itself. Now it's up to you how you will show up and play and weave with creation. Just a reminder, it's not so serious. Taking one last deep breath in here And as you release, before you open your eyes, we're going to set the intention that when you open your eyes from this experience, reality will be different. There will be subtle shifts. Synchronicities will make this known. When you're feeling ready, you can open your eyes and come back into the space. It has been my absolute pleasure to be here supporting weaving in this space. Pull my glasses up for a moment because I believe it's important to also just take a moment, as eyes are the windows to the soul, even though I'm doing my best to protect them from this blue light late at night. Thank you for being here weaving with me. If you want to weave deeper, down in the description, I have an online space, a community called the Living Temple, where we weave every single Tuesday. We do a live call, we do activation similar to this, where we dive deeper. And so if you want to find a community of like-minded, like-hearted, where you can weave in these fields, activate your gifts, and continue to remember who you are, you can go down and click below. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do, as I'm going to be bringing new videos every single Thursday to all of you. Happy official New Year, as the spring equinox is upon us. This is not the time to play small any longer, my friends. It is time for all of you, including myself, to step up, as this year leading into 2027, it's going to rock our socks off. I can feel it. I know it. There is something brewing under the surface that is so deep. It is so ancient. And whatever that thing is, do not be afraid of it. Stand tall and fierce in your sovereignty and trust the unfolding of all of it. And know that you are not alone in this walk. I'm here walking alongside you, and there are some incredible humans that are doing the same. All right. Good night, everyone. Sending you all so much love, many, many blessings to all of you, and we'll see you next Thursday.